Lon, let's look at the recruiting situation as it stands right now. The last one in the door is, of course, Zalance Hurd, sixth rated offensive tackle in the country, according to 247 Sports, 6'5", 300 out of Monroe. Your take on him, and of course, your prediction came true, and where Brian Kelly and staff may be headed next.
Zalance Hurd, Mark, played on the same offensive line as Will Campbell a year ago, and they set up A.J. Allen, running back, for a record-breaking season there at Neville High. Those two on the same offensive line at LSU is a very tantalizing prospect, Mark. Zalance Hurd, he's everything you want in an offensive lineman. Every school in the country was going after Zalance Hurd. He chose LSU because of Brad Davis, and it's fantastic to get Zalance Hurd on there because we got Tyree Adams in here, and that's the thing with 2023. Offensive line wasn't completely like this huge priority on the surface. It was receiver, get of course a class quarterback. Running back was a big deal we needed to solve. Defensive back, especially receiver and defensive back, more than anything. But when you see LSU's offensive line, you understand we got to keep really keep packing on the offensive linemen. Getting Zalance Hurd and Tyree Adams out of the state of Louisiana, keeping them home, it's a big deal. Getting those two. Tyree Adams, I think, is underrated as well. Zalance Hurd, I don't think he has his fifth star yet, but he's damn close. He should have it. Where they're going next, Mark, I just said it. DBU needs that. They need that pinnacle name, don't they, Mark, for the class? You've always seen it in the past before, Mark. Your Derek Stingley Jr.'s, your Jamal Adams, your Eli Ricks, even. RIP in an LSU jersey. Now he's at Alabama, but still, 5 interceptions in 2 seasons for Eli Ricks did at LSU. LSU have always had these big names at corner: Patrick Peterson, Tyrann Mathieu. We can go back and Tre'Davious White. We can just continue to say these names. And LSU, where was that name for the 2023 class going to come from? There was a lot of people wondering when Corey Raymond goes out the door. And a lot of 5-star prospects, 4-star prospects who LSU were shoo-ins are going elsewhere. What's going on here? Robert Steeples is hired, and everyone's saying, well, this guy has some big shoes to fill. Can he pull it off? I think he's just about to really get that class signature, that pinnacle at corner, Mark. Javian Toviano out of Texas. This is a young man, 5-star corner. They will say he's a safety on his classification. He's a corner, and he's a damn good one at that. He's taken a visit this weekend to LSU, and this is, I think, his 3rd visit this year since Kelly has come as coach. So this is a young man who's invested in what LSU are providing. He loves what he's interested in what he's hearing. He loves the relationships he's developing with his coaching staff and the support staff as well. This is an out-of-state young man who has already said, in Texas, I'm going to go out of state. This is someone who everyone thought was going to go to Texas A&M, Javian Toviano. His last visit for LSU, Mark, right before the dead period, he was supposed to go on a visit to Texas A&M. He completely blew them off for LSU. And even though he lives in Texas, could have easily gone past College Station on his way home, must have slipped his mind. And it seems like, with this visit, there's a lot of DBU commits from the 2023 class who are going to be there at the game. Guys like Ryan Yates. This is a chance for these guys to get together to see what LSU football is all about. Death Valley at night, what it's all about. And whether LSU win or lose against Mississippi State, I think they win if, they see a good coaching staff who are fulfilling everything they're saying and they're promising on the recruiting trail. And also, see that there's a good, strong crop of freshmen and sophomore talents who are going to be their future teammates the next few years. I think they'll see that.
Great stuff as always with Lon Philip Sullivan, LSU Odyssey. Get on over there, check out his work. It's tremendous covering LSU throughout the year, not just game recaps and previews and that sort of thing off the beaten path, but in-depth reporting, investigating relationships that he's built with players, former players, and coaches and family members of the players. It's just tremendous. The number of paths you take, Lon, to give the full scope of LSU football.
Hey, I mean, if you're gonna do it like that, you got to go full on. And like, I've always been someone who was writing novels, writing screenplays, writing songs, playing in bands, stuff like this. I'm come from an artistic background, a creative background. I was never going to write this stuff, just these chopped up sentences and this like just complete numbers, just blah, 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 just regurgitating crap. That's not sports to me. That's not right. Back in the day, Mark, when no one could see the games, or even if you had, even in the TV era, there's still this going on. When people couldn't see the games as much, the writing was far more entertaining, far more colorful, far more demanding from the writer, being creative, being artistic, and having something to say more than just regurgitating what the coaches said, regurgitating what the numbers are on the screen, and actually having something to say. And that's what we try and do at LSUodyssey.com, man. That's what we try and do. And you've seen us in action for, I think it's been 2.5 years now that we've been doing this, Mark, with you. We've been coming on here, and it's been fantastic every time. You represent us well. You represent college football well. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. The season that we're embarking upon, it's fantastic already, Mark. It's been given back to us so much. I mean, doesn't it feel good just to have college football back?
Absolutely. That's why we're here, to finally see the games on the field and everything surrounding the big events. Yes.
I mean, man, I just want to rip this shirt off. Mark, I just love college football being back.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants me to rip my shirt off right now, so we will spare everyone. But you can catch, of course, Lon, in addition to LSU Odyssey, post-game right here at the Voice of College Football, following what should be a tremendous LSU-Mississippi State game. So we're looking forward to that.
It's going to be epic.
Lon, have a great rest of your week, and we will see you on post-game after LSU-Mississippi State.
It's going to be a wild one, Mark. I really feel like this is going to be a year full of roller coaster rides for LSU football. And everybody, subscribe to Voice of College Football. Do it right now. It's really not that hard. Just click the button. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Lon.